Whether you want to watch this or not, I generally don't care, but there is one simple fact, and that is that every single day there is around 1000 coaches, new coaches, getting into this industry. And in order for you to just stay on the top of them and be in that very desired 0.1%, to continuously making over 50k a month constantly, you just need to adapt. And there's one, I'm not sure if it's Chinese or a Japanese philosophy called Kaizen, where just a small improvement of 1% better each day over a span of a year will get you to 37.7 times better position by the time you're done compared to when you actually started your journey, And the thing is that 99.9 of these geeky coaches struggle to actually grow past their first 10k a month, So that's just a sad reality, I would say. And the reason is simply because everyone, most of the coaches, is actually having absolutely the same content, absolutely the same product. Maybe it's packaged differently, but the thing is that you need to bring something different to the market. And there's this new way, probably the simplest way to scale to 50k a month as an online coach in 2025. And the thing is that you need to get on that winner's curve. There's this simple formula that I have that actually made us hit 50k a month for multiple clients, and it's simply killer setter plus ads plus content, and that is gonna equal 50k a month, believe it or not. It's just this simple. Like Alex Hormozi said, I think throughout my videos I've mentioned that multiple times. The difference between someone making 2k a month and 50, 100, 200k a month is just in basics. So if you manage to take care of these basic things, such as having an actual killer setter, killer sales team, having these ads that are not these geeky ads such as, drop me a follow to learn more, and then realistically there's never any actual video where you can learn more. It's just a lead magnet, and an actual content as well that needs to be fully branded and fully educational piece of content compared to these things such as follow me to learn more and take a look at all my previous videos to learn exactly how you can do this and that. No, this one actually needs to be fully branded and educational. So the real question is how to actually get on that winner's curve. The thing is that you don't need crazy guarantees. Honestly, you don't need any crazy guarantees. You simply don't need it, because if you're properly targeting your ICP, then whether you have a guarantee or not, they're just gonna be willing to work with you. So you obviously need to stand out and you need to be loved by your ICP, right? You just need to be loved. Another thing that you don't need is what? You don't need crazy ads. You genuinely don't need any crazy ads or crazy ads budget, I would say. You don't need it. Like currently we're running these ads at around 40-50 pounds a day, and we're averaging around 42x. That's literally the highest return on ad spend we had up until this point. 42x return on ad spend. Can you imagine how crazy that is? And what else you don't need? Believe it or not, even though I feel that's a big misconception on the market, you don't need to spend 10 grand on some geeky gay coaching program or 10k mentor type of thing. Yeah, you generally don't need it, because take a look at this from another perspective. In order for you to have a killer setter, not in order for you, but when you have a killer setter, you can imagine him being on a commission basis, meaning that he only gets paid when the deal gets closed. That's how all my setters are working. We're not working with any princesses such as, oh yeah, I want some quick buck, I want to have a base fee, because how can I guarantee that, how can I be sure that I'm gonna make some money? Bro, you need to work. Before you can even think of any passive income, you just need to work towards your earned income, meaning that excuse for not having a killer setter on a commission basis is non-existent. Because just take a look at the numbers that my setters are actually doing, And I also want to point out one thing, that this video is not serving you here to just, this video is not meant for me to nurture you on my killer setters so you can just pretty much chase me and, so you can invest into my coaching program? No, I generally don't have any coaching program because I make my money as a setter manager off of the revenue share. So once you're at that level, which is exact purpose of these videos, once you're at the level of making 50k a month, and once you feel it's time to delegate the workload, hopefully the first guy you're gonna think about is me, because like I said, we can just start delegating it, hire killer setters, implement some of these things from these killer ads that I'm gonna show you in a sec, as well as then you have enough time to just double down on delivering the results and shooting some sick, fully branded and fully educational pieces of content, because that's ultimately what's gonna transform you from being a gay business owner to being a real G making 50k a month. But yeah, when I say killer setters, the thing is that everyone considers these good setters, they consider them killers. But the thing is that there's a difference. And the difference is something like this. There are geeky guys, really geeky setters, then there are good setters, and then there are actual killers. Just take a look at these numbers right here. When I say actual killers, you can see that, by the way, from the ad that you're currently running, fully educational, fully branded, like I've said, not one of these gay drop me a follow type of things, we're averaging around 50 highly qualified leads, 50 people that are literally our ideal client avatar. Like I've said here, you don't need all these things. You generally don't need it. You just need to be loved by your ICP. ICP just needs to love you, bro. And that's it. When they oh shit, this card is messed. When they love you, when they genuinely love you, then you'll just start stacking so much cash. Trust me, it's not that hard. But the main point is that you also need a killer setter to just convert all these people into booked calls, because why would you waste your own money into these ads if there's no one who can convert them, right? So 56 followers, 20 replies, bruh, like take a look at this, man. Outreaches sent, we've sent around 53 outreaches and we got 20 replies. By the way, all these things right here are the screenshots of the daily reports that my setters are submitting every single day when they're signing off. Just take a look at these numbers. 20 replies out of 53, that's like what? I would say 40%, is it? Around 40% reply rate. Crazy. Calls proposed, 7. Calls booked, 6. 6 calls in a day. Pure violence, like my setter Benjamin said. One of the goats, by the way. Then another day, 55, 46. Then, alright, the reply rate was kind of terrible because we were probably testing it out, I'm not sure. Calls proposed, 3. Calls booked, 4. Alright, this might not make sense at the very beginning, but it was probably one of these things from the day before when the setter proposed a call to the guy that didn't book it that same day, Same here as well, and same here. And the thing is that it was his birthday. I told my setter Benjamin to take a day off, but he was like, no, happy B, the B stands for booking, like absolute violence. This is exactly what I mean when I say killers are on the top of this leaderboard when it comes to appointment setters. They're literally 0.01, and that's how I'm training them to be, You can see from all these screenshots that we're averaging, alright, this day was kinda slow when it comes to bookings, but what do we do when the day is dry? You see, only 19 followers, only 17 of those were actually ICP, because obviously why would we reach out to people that are not our ideal client avatar? Replies were also slow. Yeah, the rate might be like, what? I would say 25% or so. But what do they do when the day is dry? They do follow-ups, bro. Like, they're just so hungry. And you need that exact same type of setter in your business if you want to make your ads actually pay off. And, you just need it. Unless you obviously want to stay broke. I don't care. It's your opinion. However, when it comes to ads, the ad is fully educational and fully branded. Now, what do I mean by that? If my entire brand is about setter science, the thing is, by the way, that a guy, videography coach that we're currently partnered with, and the one that is actually shooting these ads, running them, he doesn't even appear in any of these ads. It's as simple as just a pale white screen or maybe in his brand colors, and then there's just some text, how to do this, how to do that, and it's like a carousel, but it's automatically running, I would say. It's like an animated carousel with bunch of these pop-up letters and stuff. Honestly, he's not even face of the brand, I would say. I mean, yeah, he is, a coach and one of the goats in videography space, but the thing is that people are sick and tired of these type of ads. These, if you are XYZ audience that you need to call out in order for the algorithm to just start showing it to those people, and you're struggling with X problem that you can solve, keep watching this video and I'm gonna show you exactly how you can do it. Drop me a follow to learn more. No, like I've said, fully branded and fully educational. We don't gatekeep anything. And I feel, I mean, it's not my feeling, it's not my opinion even, it's just the fact. I know that right now people are sick and tired of these types of ads from 2023, 2024, and they just need something educational, which is ultimately what makes us loved by our ideal client profile. This is literally what makes us loved. And obviously, they are just gonna drop us a follow, because you can see that 59, 36, 37, 56, 55, those are all the new followers that we get every single day. On average, let's say 40, 45. Ideally, ideal clientele, just drop us a follow. And then from there, you can do whatever you want. The thing is that with your coaching business, it's not even about how good you are or how hard you work. It's just about leverage. Leverage is absolutely what you need here. Having a savage setter, having some killer inside that will be responsible for all these conversions, for all the outreaches, for all the conversations, for all the bookings is what I call leverage. This is leverage because you don't have to use your brain power on it. Obviously, you can hire me as a manager, but that's another story. No, but I'm messing around. Yeah, you can hire a manager to hop on these 3 to 5 calls a week with him, but that's leverage. You don't have to be bothered by it. Dialed offer, that's also a leverage because it serves you long term. You obviously need to put a lot of effort into it in order to actually get there, but that's just leverage. Those are some go-to things. And obviously at the end, outsource client acquisition. When you don't have to use your brain power on your sales team, because I consider it super low leverage activity, you just have all the time in this world to take care of your offer, or in other words, to just deliver. You can just deliver, and that's all it is. Deliver and see the massive improvement. Just see how everything is gonna grow exponentially. Actually, is this way around. And that's that Kaizen thing I talked about earlier. Just 1% better. And you honestly don't even have to care about getting immediate results, because as long as you're on the right trajectory course, you're chilling. Honestly, you're good. And the rest of your time, just on ads. Shoot ads, shoot content, and just continue on that positive trajectory that I just mentioned. Nothing too crazy to worry about, honestly speaking. And yeah, like I said earlier, a lot of people think that it's something super, super complicated. Oh yeah, I need to record my ad outside. I need to do this. I need to have a super, super dialed in messaging. No, bro, you just need to have a fully branded thing and educate your ICP, because that's literally what's gonna make them love you. Like I've said already, this is just what is going to make you stand out from all these gay coaches out there. And this is how you just stand out, and how you continuously are keeping your 0.1% spot, right? And yeah, this video isn't even too long. Hopefully you found it helpful. Just take care to hire a proper setter, start running proper ads. Obviously, I'm not expecting you to have 42x return on ad spend like we do, because the guy is just goated in ads, But what I can definitely expect from you is to just take care that your content is fully branded and fully educational, because this is just how the game is changing. If you don't want to stay broke, then obviously you're gonna do it. If not, still, thanks for watching. And if you even found it helpful, let me know in the comments, let me know in my IG, that's gonna be down there in the description. And any feedback would also be greatly appreciated, because I just want to help you boys even more, so once later down the line I can make my money off of you from your revenue share that me and my setters are gonna generate. But yeah, thanks for watching and keep grinding. I'll see you in the next one.